I am seeding a bunch of stuff. So I'm trying to give you these practical, fun techniques to take home. But I think the biggest thing is it's flexible. That yes, this shit is all made up. And once you fully embody the kind of 4-step structure of change, then you'll know that no matter where you are in whatever you're making up, that there's certain things that once anyone is in a good, powerful state, now attach it to where you need it. And, I was just talking with someone about how my intention for this training was to bring in all very new stuff, right? New and updated. But really what it is an updated point of view. I'm pulling out old standard processes, but we're putting them inside of a structure that's important between the self-directed neuroplasticity, the therapeutic memory reconsolidation, the understanding the importance of conscious buy-in. These are things that I feel are the bigger ideas. But as I said in the first moment of this class, even before we were filming, my first order of business is to all of you. And there were so many people in this room that didn't have my first book, that weren't aware of Hypnosis 101. And so I brought in the pieces that I thought would be the most useful foundation for you guys to play and expand on them. So even though my idea was to have, this 2.0 version and just bring in all new stuff, I think it's important to know some of the foundational stuff with enough flexibility for you to fit it into this new structure, because to me that's the most important advancement for me personally in my work, is the understanding of the vital importance of self-directed neuroplasticity and memory reconsolidation. And as I said, when you understand that, then you recognize that even the old standards are doing that work. You just got to be a bit more strategic. And this is where I'm going to repeat that, step 1, lighting up the relevant neural network is probably the most important thing to pay attention to when you're working with a client. Otherwise, you are going to create these amazing states, these amazing trances, and they're not going to be actually hooked into, in a synaptic way, the neural network involved in the problem. So that whole thing of, where are you specifically, what's happening, and wait for them to actually have that physiological shift when they've been triggered means you're associating into that neural network. This is, if there's nothing else you take away from here, this is the key component. Because once you have that, then every single technique, induction, process that we've been practicing in these 3 days comes into play. As soon as they get that trigger, you've activated it, and it stays activated. So that you can say, well, where is that in your body? And if it were a shape, what is it? And put it over there and see that other you that had been feeling that over here. And you could do a whole fascinating process that will engage curiosity, wonder, dopamine, that will keep you paying attention to your clients, honing your skills of sensory acuity and nonverbal communication, as well as keeping the client engaged and interested and curious as their own inner strategies. So it's just something I wanted to share, because I was just having a conversation with Ari, and I was like, well, I wanted to bring in some of this, but these are kind of expanding on basic techniques and standard processes that a lot of people in this room didn't get from me yet. So, so I did want to kind of clear that up a little bit. And then this way I can throw out some ideas for you to now take these home and play with the kind of different way of thinking about that. But before we move too far away, what was that practice like? I know that you made some shit up and it was awesome. Do you feel that you would use one of these arm catalepsy variations? Yeah. Right?